Good morning, everybody. Lone Wolf Rick here, and it is a cold morning this morning. Well, it's chilly, we'll put it that way. 41 degrees right here on the south end of Las Vegas Boulevard. Standing out here looking down the strip, you see some people walking here, some brave souls that came out in the cold, get their picture taken on the Las Vegas side there. Look around here, see what's going on today. It's about 7:30 a.m. at the start of this video. Once again, you can hear a couple of jets over there. Sounds like they're warming up, ready to go. I was powering up. All right, well, we're gonna mosey down here. Let's take a look, right here, let's take a look southbound here. There's not a whole lot of traffic out here so far this morning. Everybody staying in their house, staying warm, or staying in the hotel room, staying warm, one or the other. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. Yesterday, if you remember from the video yesterday morning, it's like my little vlog. It was super windy out here. It was windy most of the day here in Vegas, but the overnight it's like the wind pretty much died down. But I think it's supposed to pick back up here a little bit later today, so I think I'm doing this video right at about the right time. I literally am blowing smoke out of my mouth. That's how cold it is. You can see my breath. So that's a first for, well, I can't say this year because I'm sure that probably happened in maybe January or February of this year also, but the first for the fall of 2023. I'm gonna come around here. It's like the reason why I actually started, it's like on this down on this end here today. It was reported this week that, you know, I've walked by here a few times. This project here, this construction project, was going to be the Dream Hotel. Yeah, big crane up there. The Dream Hotel. And it is officially dead. The dream is dead. Hey, check this out, huh? We are a part of the Raider Nation. It was announced, I read an article this week where They just couldn't get the financing that they needed. It was said that they still owe the construction company that has done this much work so far between $25 and $30 million. And it is officially dead. Now they actually announced two projects that were here on the Strip that are officially dead. The county commissioners actually pulled the plug finally. It's like on that project on the north end of the Strip, down in between the Fontainebleau and the Sahara Hotel, where there was a place going to call All Net. You see right in here, I'm like Paul Harvey. I just skip around here on storytelling. Remember, they used to have like the pictures of the hotel, the pictures of how many rooms it was going to be, of what was in it, the spa, and the whole bit, and they were all gone. All those photos and everything are gone. But down on the north end of the Strip, like I said, in between the Sahara Hotel and the Fontainebleau, was a place that was going to be called the All Net. And it was going to be a 22,000 seat arena that would be NBA ready. It was going to have movie theaters, which there are no movie theaters here on the Strip, so that might have been a welcome thing, maybe. It would have had a little over 2,000 rooms, and yeah, it was. But they had been working on that idea for over a decade. And, you know, they kept saying they had the financing to go. But I think that was a little bit of a cock and bull story. And finally, last year, when the guy asked for another extension, and you know what? He didn't even own the land. He was like leasing the land. So he had that expense of that land. And he kept, he had, throughout the decade plus, he had financing from rich Arabs from Saudi Arabia, and rich Arabs from this country and that country. He had backing from people from Russia. He had backing from everybody until it was time to start the construction. Then the financial backing always fell through. So he basically, the county commissioners last year, when they decided to grant him a 1 more year extension, like I said, this has been going on for over a decade. They told him, it's like, if you don't have a solid plan, then that's it. We're not going to extend it anymore. So this year, I think just like a week or so ago, when it was time to go back in front of the county commissioners, basically it was kind of the same story. He said, I've got the backing. It's ready to go. So the county commissioners, who in this case anyway, were kind of smart cookies. Said, show us the proof. And he couldn't submit anything that showed that he had any financial backing, which made I'm not going to say it, I don't want to get in trouble. So they pulled the plug. County commissioners pulled the plug. They pulled his all the temporary permits and everything. They pulled them. So it is officially dead. And it's amazing too, you know, that area, a couple of classic cars down there in front of the wedding chapel. Very cool. You know, it's that place down there used to be Wet and Wild. Fire truck ready to go. There you go. Little Church of the West right there. 1942 on the historical registry. Anyway, in that spot where he was going to build that was going to be it's where Wet and Wild used to be. You know, I've told the story before, you know, me and my wife used to take our daughter there all the time. In fact, my wife and daughter had season passes. And they, you know, the people that owned the land sold the land, and then that land became too valuable for an operation like Wet and Wild. So they closed it down. Now they were going to build condominiums there. That was the whole gist. It's like this. You got to remember, this is like the early 2000s, and they were going to build, you know, when high-rise residential condominiums were all the rage. And they were going to build those, but then, you know, the project, that project was trying to get financing to build all of those, and finally, about 2006, 2007 happened. You know, people seem to forget how bad that period was. I mean, this was like Great Depression numbers during that time, and that's not exaggerating. I remember reading, they talked about that period in 2007 where it was actually worse than the Great Depression. It's just that the world had evolved a little bit, so it didn't seem like it. But I remember here in Vegas, unemployment during that period had reached 30%. The values of houses dropped. The banks, it's like were, you know, because everybody had adjustable mortgages. It was a sad time. People were losing their homes right now. And basically, I'm gonna say tens of thousands of people lost their home, and it could have been hundreds of thousands of people lost their home here in Vegas. Anyway, enough of that. So that land still sits empty. I guess waiting for the next proposal for the next project to come in. And probably everybody's waiting to see how the Fontainebleau is going to do in that spot. All right, everybody. I appreciate you joining me. I'm Lone Wolf Rick. If you're new to the channel, hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit every button that's on there. I mean, just punch all those buttons. The thumbs up helps keep our videos visible to YouTube universe. If you subscribe, kind of lets YouTube know that we matter in that whole YouTube universe, you know. I will see. Oh, and I wanted to mention one other thing also. I received a super thanks yesterday from a subscriber, Philip. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it very much. I will use that money to help pay for the admission into the National Automobile Museum when I go up to Reno. Everybody take care, okay? Stay healthy. I will see you on the next video. Hey, bye-bye, everybody.